Hi, I'm your Ted Turtle, and welcome to Cities Skylines. Now, I recognize this seems more than a little, random, especially since I'm just started a, crosscode playthrough, but, you know, this was a game that I just really wanted to play right now. So here I am. I'm gonna try, as my first act in this game, to create a roundabout. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll have to see. Because you can't create roundabouts just out of thin air when you first start off. Which kind of sucks, because roundabouts are great. There we go. We now have a roundabout, and I think it could use a little bit of upgrading. Because, you know, this is coming off the highway, obviously, so we're gonna want some better roads than that, I think. So there we go, we've got our roundabout. So where do we want to build our first little slice of home here? I'm thinking what we do is take it over here, right? Let's make it a curved road because I want to curve it. So we'll do this. And then we'll bring it that way, okay? But then we're just gonna have it go straight up for a couple lines, and actually let's bring it all the way up to the top. We'll have something up here, but this is a bit far away from the highway, so I'm going to leave this be for now, okay? So we're gonna have a nice little curved road coming off here as well. Okay, it's gonna be, I think, I mean, obviously I'm gonna have to build this on the hill now because, you know, this is how I did it. You know what, let's just leave this road here for now. I've changed my mind, okay? Let's build our first slice of home over here instead. So let's do that and get a little something there. And then do that and get something nice there. Okay, so now we have that, so let's build this out straight for a while. Okay, beautiful. So, next thing we're going to want to do is obviously get some more side roads going here, which I am more than down for. I think, yes, that is good actually. That is wonderful. Okay, now let's connect all of those up. Okay, and let's get one more in there for good measure, right? Let's also kind of make a nice little thing going down the back of here. Okay, beautiful. So now let's start filling it in. So, I know the game is paused. Okay, that's what I wanted it as. Okay. So let's do a nice bit of this. You know, let's just kind of fill it up all the way, because, you know, why wouldn't you? I want to de-zone that bit though, because I want stuff obviously on this street. Possibly this street. Actually, no, you know what? Let's just fill this up completely, right? Okay, so let's just kind of color it in like that, like so. Okay. And then let's get some more right back here. Maybe a little more there. And let's just fill it all up, you know, why not? Just because, you know, people want to move in. Okay, so now obviously they're going to want some commercials, so let's put some there, put some there, and there you go. Okay, so obviously though, it might be a good idea to get a little bit more residential in. So let's do that. Okay. Perfect. It's looking good so far, I think. Of course, though, we forgot the electricity and water, because I'm dumb, so what we're going to want to do is fix that. Looks like the water's going up this way. We don't obviously want this too close to civilization, just because, you know, stuff can be noisy, so let's get water up. Let's get water out. And then let's bring this all the way down to here, so our beautiful residents of this town can have water. So then obviously they still need electricity, so let's find a good spot for some nice electricity. Let's put it over here, since we're going to need electricity down here anyways. Okay, that looks good to me. So now what I want to do is run electricity down the coast, just that way it's kind of nice and, you know, snug, out of the way, sort of. You know, not getting in anyone's way, just sort of there, having a nice time. Okay, that looks good, right? So obviously, once that kicks in, they'll be good. But obviously, next thing on the agenda, they're going to want some industry. So let's bring ourselves... Let's not do it over here, right? Because we don't have any residential over here, and, you know, it'll increase traffic through here a lot more than we need. So I think instead what we want to do is take right about here, get nice curved road, possibly kind of curving this way a bit, maybe? That's a bit too close to them, I think. Let's get it, like, up here. Obviously, I kind of want it to connect right here as well, just so that way, you know, there's easy access. So, okay, I don't know elevation. I don't want this to change. Okay, it's good as is, right? Okay, so this is a bit curving naturally. It's interesting. I didn't realize it would do that. Okay, so let's get some residential in. Okay, so let's do this. Maybe build out half a step there. Okay. Now let's get this hooked up, if I can, to here. Curve it a little so it kind of looks more natural. Okay, that looks good. So now let's get more roads, right? Continue doing what I've been doing there. You know, obviously this is a bit close to the river. I don't want this too close to the river. So I think I messed up here a little bit. It's my bad. Let's change that up. Okay, cool. Let's do that just for the sake of lining up with the other roads. Okay. And beautiful. Okay, so now let's get our industry in, right? Industry. That should be good for now with the industry. Apparently they still don't have electricity, and that's why. Okay, so let's get this running down here. Obviously they're going to want electricity as well, so let's get that running down there. And we should be good. Okay, so there we go. There's our first bit of town. We're in the red currently. That's less than ideal. Let's get a little more industry in. Okay, that should be good right there. Okay, that's beautiful. That's very lovely. We've got some icon things to look at here now. We're doing more than good on electricity. We've got some water here. The water's fine. I was right. The water's going this way, as if that wasn't already obvious. We can view traffic routes, which we don't have any. Traffic flows at a nice smooth 95%. Looks like there's some traffic issues around here. It might be worth it to hook these up potentially. Okay, now just get that all nice and connected. Okay, that should be fine. Obviously this is a little nub here that's kind of useless at the moment, but we don't really have much else that we can build at the moment. We're just waiting for our milestone of Little Hamlet. So I think it'd be cool to get some houses, like, you know, kind of in and around here, you know. Just kind of nice and snuggled in with this curved road here. So let's get some of that. They won't be, you know, too big, but they'll still be there, you know? Let's get some... Let's get a couple down through here as well. We won't put any on the other side, you know, just so we have other stuff that we can have room to put other stuff there. But we will put some housing down around here. And of course, silly me, forgetting once again to hook them up with water, which I don't have any money for, because I'm in the red. Well, our city's doomed. How do we take out money? Well, we've made mistakes here. This is fun. We're in the red now. We're like just straight up losing money. It looks like this is helping though. To decreasing our funds. Yeah, it looks like that's helping a bit. There we go. We're making money again. Okay, so no time at all. We should be able to do what we need to do, right? Now, obviously, I still don't have money to make anything longer than this. Right? So that's a bit of a problem. Let's speed up time a bit so that we make money faster. Okay, there we go. Now we can make less of a little nublet. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, see, we're starting to make money again, okay? So we can start raising this stuff up. Okay. Now let's get in a little more. Okay, so now it's just them that's missing out on the water. And there we go, we're good. Okay. So it would seem that I went a little building crazy. You know, I didn't even have loans unlocked yet, but now we do, so we're good. And now we've got money again, so we are in the green. Once again, we're making money. Everything's good. Let's get that hooked up there. Back up there, because obviously we have buildings set to go up through there. Okay. So now I think it's safe to bring both of these things back up to 100%. Now that we're making so much money. Okay. And now it looks like they're having a little worker dilemma there. It's being solved though. Road names, of course you can name roads if you want to, but a little pointless, a little on the pointless side. We have landfills we can make. I don't want to put this too close to the river, right? I think that'd be a good idea to put this out more in the middle of nowhere. You know, just so that way it's not really polluting anything. I think actually it would be a good idea to kind of nestle this in with some industry. Just because, you know, this area's going to get polluted anyways. So, let's do this. Okay, that's beautiful. I have someone opening the door to my room right now, even though I'm recording. That's kind of rude. Just pay no heed. I'm not editing anything, so this will be good. We've got a cat in the room now. This was not according to plan. It's already going awry. And of course, I built this town in the middle of a forest as well, so it's really no longer much of a forest. Still a forest down here, though. And the door's still being played around with. There we go. That's better. So, now that we have that, okay, looks like there's a little more demand for residential again, but I think in the meantime, what we need is a medical clinic. So let's put the medical clinic like right here. So like when you first come into the residential area, it's like the first thing you see. It's just immediately, oh, these guys are healthy. Look at this. They've got a medical clinic named Medical Clinic. How fitting. Oh, we can actually rename it. Looks like, what do we want to name it? Let's rename it to I don't know, bad with names. See, this was not something that I planned on here. However, it's worth noting that this view is just phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's very lovely. So let's rename this clinic. Whoops. Let's rename it to Health R Us. There we go. Health R Us, here to help you with any health issues that you may have. Okay, so that's beautiful. So now obviously we need a school, but once again my poor planning has led to the inability for me to build what we need. So obviously we need 300 more residents, a little under, before we can have the money to build anything else. We'll also gain other things such as districts, which I have way too much fun playing around with. Okay, that's beautiful. So in the meantime, let's just plot out, let's build a few more roads around here and get some nice extra residential here. Okay, we can do this, get some housing up here, except not there. We can get some housing all the way down here, not there because there'll eventually probably be a road there. Okay, and then we can get a little more commercial down through here. Okay, that looks lovely. So now we'll be growing a little bit more. We'll be able to reach our next milestone just a little bit faster. So in the meantime, is there anything else we want to do? I mean, obviously I don't have any of the, I don't know what this even is. Obviously I don't have any of the DLC that came out for this game, so there's not really much we can do there, unfortunately. But you know, we still have the base game. We don't need power lines running through here, taking up space anymore. So that's good. I'm gonna demolish that as well and just kind of move it down here. There we go. So they'll be without power for a little bit. They'll be fine. They will be perfectly fine and dandy. Still proud of myself for having made this roundabout all by myself. It's pretty good if I do say so myself. Bulldoze underground. So, you know, if you ever need to bulldoze what lies beneath the grass, then there you go. You can just get rid of all of that, make the earth completely hollow. It'll be lovely, it'll be great, a grand adventure for everyone, just completely without anything underneath the surface of the earth. And, you know, who wouldn't want that? Just being completely without any of that, just destroying the earth completely. I think that sounds like a great time, you know, just having absolutely nothing left of the earth. I mean, we're already headed in that direction anyway, so why not do it a little more forcefully? Well, of course, once again, this town, this beautiful town, this poor, poor town that I never named, defaulted to Canes, is once again almost broke. They're only just over $2,000, but they're making $1,000, a little over per whatever, per week, per day. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like possibly per day. So what do we want to name this beautiful town of ours that's just starting out? I think, you know, this channel being called Irritated Turtle, I think it should be called, wait, not capital that, Turtleburg. There we go. I think that sounds lovely. Okay, so the nice town of Turtleburg, just starting out, got some industry up here, 3 possible ways to drive up there, so, you know, not hurting too much for traffic, I hope. It's a little bit traffic there. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead, before we call it good for the day, just kind of do a little bit of this, you know, curve the road, get it going up there. So we have another connection. You know, maybe, hopefully, just to ease up traffic just a little bit more. And also, eventually, obviously, we're going to have stuff over here, and that'll probably cause quite a bit of traffic through this roundabout. So I think what needs to happen here is we do this. Right, it's not really much in terms of straightness here. Whoops, okay. How do we... Right, it was page up, I believe. Yeah, page up. It does not look like... Okay, I did not think this through very well, it would seem. Apparently you can't, for whatever reason, do that. So let's do this. Bring it up. The slope is too steep, okay? It's just too much slope, you know? So let's do this, right? We'll have it curve, okay? So it'll be like a nice curved thing. Okay, we'll do that. And then it'll page down back to the ground. We'll have it... Of course, once again, Turtleburg, out of money. Turtleburg is such a poor town, it cannot even afford a building cost of 740 to make a curved road that goes down. That is pretty sad, actually. This Turtleburg, it's almost like it's under very poor management, like it needs a better person to kind of run this place. It's a little more expensive now, but you know, that's fine. We'll ignore that. It's a worthy village now, okay? So we're good. The village is worthy, so it'll be fine. It's good. No need to worry. It looks like I did not plan this the best. Once again, I was hoping this would be a little more even, but it's not really turning out that way. Sure, that's fine. It's close enough, you know, it's close enough. So now when people enter, the first impression they get will be, wow, this city was very poorly planned. Look at how much closer that pillar is than that pillar. You can tell that whoever made this town did not have quality in mind. It's just completely horrid. I can't believe whoever did this. And all these curved roads too, like, gosh, that's just so weird and gross. Like, why would you make anything other than straight roads? Just, come on, common sense, you know? There's not even any industry set to go here, even though it would look very nice there. I mean, despite the pollution, those people will be very dangerously close to it there. Hope they like pollution and nice, yummy purple ground. Purple ground. Who doesn't like some nice polluted purple ground? You know, it's very, very nice. Okay, so obviously now we have access to districts. So let's make the district of... So here, once we finish circling here, it's a very rough border there. I can't really do much about that. Well, I mean, I could, but it would take a lot of time, you know? Manor district. Very not what this... Whoops. What this place is about. Okay, now there's that. No. Okay, let's rename that, because this is the opposite of a manor district. This is... Slum Central, even though it's not actually the slums at all. It's just... We'll call it... Originburg. I don't know, Origin Square, because, you know, it's mostly a square. I mean, not a square up here, but this is pretty much where the town's starting out, you know? It's very nice. It's kind of originating here. It's very good. It's nice. Meanwhile, we'll have another district up here, because this is industry. And we'll call this... Right, okay, hang on. If I can get out of that. Okay, we'll call this district disgusting square. Because who would want ground to look like this? That is not good. You know why? That's very hazardous to the environment. Like, look at this, it looks like autumn here with the trees. It's like, it's not healthy. It's like very clearly still summer. Because, you know, all these trees are still fresh green, fresh delicious green. However, before we go, I almost forgot. These people need an education, you know? So let's get that for them. Let's plop them an education. Right here. Nice elementary school. That's beautiful. It's an upkeep of $160 weekly. Currently 31 students enrolled. It's a very pleasant place. What is it called there? Carl Heisenberg School. Interesting. Okay, so there you have it. The start of a very lovely Turtleburg. They currently really want residential because, you know, everyone just really wants to live in Turtleburg right now. I mean, like, look at this place. Who wouldn't want to live in a town that looks like this, you know? It's just the pinnacle of beauty and riches, this town. Well, I think that's gonna do it for good old Turtleburg today. So hopefully you enjoyed, and we will catch you all next time.